Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about something a little bit different, mainly because this isn't a live stream, it's an actual video. As per your guys' request, I'll start doing these more from now on, depending on how well they do. But anyways, after my Hytale stream didn't really do so good, I started to look around stream for a game I can make a video about, and I found this little game made by two people called Duel Corp. They are charging like $25 for it, which is a little crazy, but it was on sale for $21. So I got it and I am in love, and by the end of this video I'll let you know if it is worth the $25 if you get it when it goes back from being on sale. But before we get into the video, make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoy, only if you enjoy, join the Discord and the Patreon, as well as use code MEGAMEO on w.gg for 10% off your next tub. Alright, see you guys in a second. So, what is Duel Corp, this game I'm harking on so much about? So, it is a Souls-like, quote-unquote, we'll get to that in a second, pixel art, 3D, MMO slash co-op game. A little bit confusing to explain, but you'll understand whenever I talk about it a little bit more. So let me get on to why I say it's not really Souls-like combat. So it's kind of more like For Honor, if I'm going to be completely honest, or like a big mix between the two. So there is directional blocking like in For Honor. That's why I think it's not so Dark Souls-like. So if an enemy, attacks from the left, you gotta block left, right, yeah, whatever. And you can also parry from all those directions, kind of like in Dark Souls, well, and in For Honor, I guess. But it's more like a Dark Souls parry, because once they get stance broken after a few hits, you can do a riposte. Riposte, is that how you say it? Or visceral or critical, whatever you want to call it. I like calling it visceral because I love Bloodborne. But there's backstabs, and there's spells and abilities that you can equip after leveling up. There's a lot of them, as you can see. I'll show you right here. And there'll be even more in the future, because the devs are constantly updating the game, especially with hotfixes, because it's a team of 2 people. There's going to be some bugs in there, but I've seen, like, over the past week, there have probably been like 8 hotfix updates, which is really cool. You can really tell they're dedicated to their craft. And yeah, they come out with major update, well, not major, but big updates like once a week in announcements, so I think that's pretty cool as well. I do have notes right here, so if you ever see me look to the right, it's because I have like little bullet points on there, not really telling me what to say, just bullet points. It's like ow, 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 because I can talk off the dome, kind of. So with the art style and vibe of the game, as I wrote right there, it kind of looks like Octopath Traveler a little bit, with very pixelated characters and semi-pixelated backgrounds. But instead of being a 2D RPG game, it's 3D, 3D ARPG, as it says. I think that means anime RPG, I'm pretty sure. So it does have that little bit of an anime style, and kind of like an isekai type of adventure, but it's not an isekai. There is lots of roleplay elements alongside the combat as well. After about like maybe 10 minutes after you finish the tutorial and probably not beat the first boss, once you get out of the tutorial, it will open you up into the overworld. And once you're in the overworld, you can look around, and there's cities all over the place. You go into a city, there's lots of NPCs. I think every single NPC can give you quests, and every single NPC can also you can also up their friendship level. I do not know if there's romance in this game or not. Maybe they'll add it in the future. That'd be pretty cool. But every single NPC you can level up your friendship with. Some of them can be hired on the spot. Some of them you have to get to a little bit of a certain level. You can give compliments to them. You can just talk to them to learn about the world a little bit. You can give them gifts to also up their friendship level. And once they are by your side as a mercenary, or because they joined you as a friend, they can be upgraded, leveled up. You can give them whatever skills you want, and kind of like Skyrim companions, you can give them whatever weapons you want to give them, which is very, very cool. And with the towns that you are finding all these people in, they have demanded trade goods that actually change online, I'm pretty sure. So it's not just set in stone. You can also steal caravans, and the town will like start to fall over, and that faction will start to hate you. If you go up to, I think that you would call him the quartermaster in the town, in the large building, you can press conquest, which is co-op, and it will queue you up for a conquest match with 3 other people, which is you against a big PvE camp of enemies, and you can find tons of items, weapons, and you can get a bunch of lich silver, which is the souls or runes of this game, to level up with. And then right below Conquest, you'll see duels, which can be either 2v2 or 1v1 as well. I haven't really done any of these because I'm not too interested in PvP right now, as I suck at even blocking the PvE enemies in the first place. And on the topic of enemies, let's get onto the AI in the game. So the enemy AI can be a little bit weird. Like most games, sometimes you'll be sneaking up behind them and they'll just turn around and kill you. That doesn't happen too often, but it can happen. It's a little annoying. I mean, it's not really too bad at all. The other gripes I have with AI is sometimes they go up on little hills and they get stuck up there and they won't come down until you have to bait them out. But I mean, that just requires a little bit of critical thinking. So I can't really hate on it too much because I mean, it's not bad at all. It's video game AI. What do you expect? They're not going to be super duper smart or super duper dumb either. So enemy AI, not too bad. Companion AI is surprisingly really good. Like, honestly, I'm a little bit surprised. It's better than Skyrim's, I would say. Especially with the backstab mechanic that is in this game. You can really take advantage of it. As my goat, my queen, Hadley, I got her as like a level like 1 character. You can sometimes even hire like level 60 companions, and I feel like that just would make the game too easy. So why not like grow together with your companion as well? Even at level 1, she was not doing too bad, not taking too much damage. And whenever I'm attacking something, usually the enemy will focus you as you are like the player character, and you're usually more up in their face. And whenever you're attacking them, your companion will most likely go behind them and critical hit them. It's just over and over. Whenever they target your companion, then you go up and critical hit them. It's really easy to just double team an enemy. But if there's more than 2 enemies, they usually can hold their own. I noticed that the friendly AI is pretty good at parrying and stuff like that, and if they're still a lower level than the enemies you're fighting, sometimes if they get through their block, they'll die in like 2 hits. But that's just like a you problem, because you should probably be leveling up your characters more often. It's a me problem. I need to. Hadley's on like level 3, I'm like on like level 9, and I still bring her on my missions with her, so I need to lock in on that. But friendly AI is pretty good, not broken at all for the most part. They never get stuck anywhere. And another thing with getting stuck is that there is a button to get unstuck if you do get stuck in any of the mesh areas of the map. Just press options and press X, and there you go, you are free. Another thing I haven't talked about is that this game is recommended to play on controller. I haven't played it on controller. I probably should, but my PS5 controller is not charging right now, so that's a little annoying. So the core gameplay loop is mainly going to be like it's open area, kind of like Monster Hunter a little bit, but the maps are not that big. They're probably about a quarter of the size of those Monster Hunter open area maps. Not the newest one, I'm talking about like Rise or World even. I don't know how large World's maps were, but they're mostly open area. If you go into a camp, if you fight against a camp of enemies or in conquest mode, there's going to be enemies walking around, and then there's going to be a camp area where you can lockpick the chests and get supplies. There probably will be more variety of like areas or like biomes in the future, or like larger sizes, because this game still is early access. That will most likely change, but for now it is these small little areas of mainly grass, sometimes desert area, of enemies and just people around. I would say that what makes this game stand out the most is probably it's so different than most games I've played recently, especially like MMOs and stuff. You know, most MMOs are open world or like made by a huge team of people, but this is made by 2 people, and there's variety in characters, like character customization, which I don't know why I haven't talked about yet. This character customization is insane in the way of mostly like abilities and stuff like that, not so much like outfits yet. They'll probably get onto that at some point with even more outfits, because I've only seen like the same 4 recently, but also everybody's probably low level like me. But there's, as I said, there's so many abilities, and no matter what starting class you choose, which for me I chose Paladin, so I have a lot of faith and strength and vitality, you can still use abilities from the rogue class or mage class if you want to do that. But all it changes is like how late into the game you're probably going to be getting those skills, because you know, you start with different attributes. Then like I as a paladin have lower intelligence than a mage, so I'm probably not going to get like fire spells or anything like that till I level up a few more times. same thing with the mage. They're probably not going to get faith stuff at the same time as me because they have to level that up. But you can still go do all that, and it is very, very cool. There's currently in the game, I think there's only swords, axes, staves, and bows, which they'll probably get more variety as it goes on. Remember, it's 2 people, which is insane to me that they're making such a good game like this. So that's why I was okay with spending the $21, because it supports them, and I want to see this game grow because it's really, really fun. Rough edges, not really going to talk about this too much. There's not really a lot I've noticed. One big thing I feel like the devs kind of need to fix, if they do even watch this video. If you are, thank you for the great game. But in some conquest trials, there is way too many enemies, which, I mean, would be fine if directional combat was kind of like whenever you're fighting against the pawns or minions in For Honor, because no matter what direction the minions in For Honor hit you from, if they're to the right of you and they even attack left, you can still just hold block right and you'll block all of their attacks from that direction. In this game, you have to account for every single one of their attack directions if you don't have a shield equipped. With the shield equipped, I'm pretty sure it blocks from all directions no matter what, which is pretty cool. But without a shield equipped, if they're coming at you, one of them is attacking left, one up, and one right, you really can't block it if you're in a big fight like that, which kind of makes it really hard to even, you know, be a melee fighter in fights like that. But so, I mean, I would kind of like it more if it was just like, if they're all in a general direction, if you block this way, then you block from that way as well. I feel like that would make it a little bit easier to have fun in these big, large enemy group fights. I also noticed sometimes when you load in that the background from where you spawn in at will be completely black and the lighting will be fine on the rest of the area, which, I mean, not a big problem. They'll probably fix that in a hotfix without even like noticing it all. But yeah, there's so much potential on this game, dude. There's so much potential. I love it so much. It's so fun. I know I sound like I'm glazing heavily right now, and I am, but I really want you guys to play it. If you can shell out the $21, of course. If you can't, just put it on your wish list. It'll probably go down in price at some point. But yeah, a really, really fun game, and I feel like the devs are super dedicated with how many hot fixes and how many updates they're coming out with almost weekly. I feel like it has so much potential, and I want to see it grow, especially since it's capped out at like 1,000 players right now. I would love to see that boost up a little bit. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I really hope you did. I'm trying to do something a little bit different. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Please check out my Patreon, Discord. Both are free. Patreon's free. Just if you want to support, you can do whatever. But and check out Dubby. They just came out with a free run collab around 2 or 3 weeks ago, and use code MEGAMEO to get 10% off. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah.